Giroud the super sub. What is happening, guys? It's your boy TC back with another video. So the Southampton game is just finished, and as you may all know, it ended up being a draw. So to me personally, this is a game we should be going away and actually winning. Southampton are a tricky team due to their inconsistencies themselves. You never know what kind of Southampton team is going to turn up on the day. So we found ourselves down early to a mistake yet again from the back of defence. So we'll talk about the team selection first before we do discuss the defensive errors that we experienced throughout the whole game. So Wenger obviously reverted back to his first team, and in goal we had Petr Cech. At the back we saw Mertesacker come in. So it was Mertesacker, Koscielny as well as Monreal, and the wing backs weren't changed. It was Kolasinac and Bellerin in the middle. It was Ramsey and Xhaka as usual, and the top three were Ozil, Sanchez as well as Alexis. So talking about the defence, obviously Southampton found themselves 1-0 up only after 3 minutes, and it was a terrible pass from Mertesacker, and this was reminiscent of what took place last weekend against Man United. It wasn't a brilliant pass. He seemed a bit nervous really at the start of the game. He hadn't started the game in a while, and he gave the ball away. Tadic was through, passed it on to Charlie Austin, and by the time he tried to sort of recover, he sort of tumbled over. It didn't show enough strength in my opinion. He should have stood up firm, or at least gave away a foul, because Charlie Austin ended up going clean through, put the ball past Petr Cech, and we were 1-0 down. So at the time I was thinking, Jesus, we're back where we was last week, conceding an early goal, and due to our own mistakes. I'm not too sure if the team actually practices scenarios like this, holding your nerve, making sure every single pass is a safe pass, not a risky pass in the early stages of the game, being able to gauge what the other opponent are actually going to be doing, and making sure you just read the game as it is at that particular moment. But it seems as if we are very prone and actually conceding early goals, and I was very disappointed. In my opinion, as I said, this is a game we should have been going away and winning. Southampton are not an easy side to play against, of course. So basically it was exactly the same as last week. We were chasing the game throughout the whole game. We ended up scoring a goal late on, but we'll talk about what happened during before we obviously scored our own goal to come back to level the game. Xhaka again was very poor in my opinion. He wasn't really contributing to the game. The same applies to Bellerin. Bellerin was very relaxed, I should say. The approach that he was taking, there was no sense of urgency in my opinion. And in terms of the forwards, Ozil obviously was trying his best. He was our best performing player in my opinion today. Lacazette again trying to link up with those two up front, but Alexis didn't turn up today, unfortunately. And I think a lot of defenders and a lot of players do understand and know how he plays now. This is when he's playing off the left hand side. He comes in, cuts in on his right foot. But most of the time, if you watch all the games we've played so far this season when he's been involved, it seems as if he's got no room to actually to do what he used to do last season or seasons before, which is cut in from the left-hand side, switch onto his right foot and try and curl it back in on goal. But unfortunately, this season, it's not been working. Apart from the one game we played in the Europa League, I think he managed to get a goal similar to that. But a lot of teams and a lot of defenders know and understand how he actually functions and what he's actually intending to do, and maybe it's the lack of actually trying and the lack of effort this season on his part, as he knows his contract is up. But surely someone like him, as a professional as he is, he should be trying to impress any potential suitors. But again, I think his game's completely falling off. So as I said, we were certainly chasing the game throughout. Eventually, Wenger made some attacking changes. But again, Lacazette didn't finish the game. On the 72nd minute, he took him off for Giroud. Of course, it was justified in the sense that Giroud ended up getting the goal. Of course, Alexis provided the assist for that goal. It was a brilliant cross from Alexis for Giroud to meet with his head. It wasn't an easy header, to be fair. There wasn't much on. There was a lot of bodies within the box as well. And he just managed to get a good flick onto it, changed the trajectory of the ball, and he ended up behind the net. So again, Olivier Giroud came on and he rescued us. He has been a super sub in 2017 alone. He scored, I think, 10 goals in the 80th or more minutes, I should say, during the game. So he has certainly been rescuing us. Again, I can't see him starting in front of Lacazette, so I certainly can't make a case for him based on that particular stat. But in terms of providing the goods when required, again, Olivier Giroud was fantastic, has been fantastic this year. And there's a lot of talk of him going out on loan in January. If he does go out on loan, I think that is a massive, massive mistake in terms of the impact that it may certainly have on the squad. It is a very, very healthy bench that we do have in recently in particular this season. And it looks like we do have some depth. If you can bring someone like Olivier Giroud off the bench and someone like Danny Welbeck off the bench, you certainly have a good bench in my opinion. But it will certainly be a mistake if we do let him go on loan. What if Lacazette gets injured? We will find ourselves in a very, very terrible situation. But again, he came up with the goods. I was impressed with him as soon as he came on, as well as Danny Welbeck and Jack Wilshere. When Jack came on for Xhaka, finally Wenger was brave enough. Jack sort of injected a bit more creativity into the game, and we were going forward with a bit more purpose in terms of when we broke. There was an outlet in terms of Jack himself. So another good performance in my opinion from Jack Wilshere, and Danny Welbeck certainly contributed a little bit, but it wasn't anything noticeable. But in my opinion, certainly this is not a point gained. These are certainly 2 points dropped. We certainly do go above Tottenham by 1 point, I think, and as well as the fact that Liverpool drew today, Chelsea lost. So in terms of the teams in and around us, it's not such a bad weekend. We could say again these are 2 points dropped because we could have been closing the gaps on those teams. So as usual guys, please do let me know what you think in the comments below. If you are watching this video and you're not subscribed to the channel, please do make sure that you do hit that subscribe button. Once again guys, it's your boy TC from I'm Gonna Talk TV, and I'm out.